Why is it always me, though?
Because you're a psychopath.
I'm a sociopath, not a psychopath. They explained that to me in Mountjoy. What's the difference? Dunno. It's a tricky one.
Logan Paul reacts to Shane Dawson's documentary after it's starting to receive some backlash. Plus, KSI may have teased when he'll rematch Logan Paul. Hey guys, it's Ali for Hollywoodlife, starting with KSI because in a new post on Instagram, he teased that his rematch fight against Logan may happen in June 2019, or at least that's when he wants it to happen. KSI also dissed LP when asked about him feuding with people in the UFC on Twitter.
Do you think Logan is pissed about what Dana White said, though?
He said I think he's delusional if he really thinks that he's gonna do well in UFC.
Really?
So he's gonna get.
So you don't think you would have a chance in UFC, bro?
I ain't gonna know.
Dana says he's stick to YouTube. Is he gonna wish? Is he gonna wish he stuck to YouTube when he's done? When you're done with him?
Oh, he's decent. Anyone in the UFC would fuck him. Simple as that.
On to Shane Dawson, the YouTuber is facing backlash after releasing part 2 of his documentary on Jake Paul. The negative reaction stems from Shane's discussion of mental health, and he's accused of dramatizing the stigma in his editing. However, Shane did put a disclaimer on his video telling viewers that the people and events were shown for context and not that he was insinuating they were sociopaths. Well, since the backlash, Shane has issued an apology for offending people while also defending his work.
Some people are mad that we're talking about sociopaths and that it's like dehumanizing and that it's offensive, and that was my initial fear with this whole thing. That's why it took me so long to do this. I wanted to do this for months, but I kept saying never mind, I don't want to offend anybody. I wanted to make it entertaining, but at the core of it, what I wanted people to know is an actual sociopath does not care. If you're in a friendship that's toxic or a relationship that's toxic and they're showing all of the signs, not just one of them, all of them, if they've been doing dangerous things that are putting you in harm's way, if they seem like they don't really care, if they're doing things like that, you need to realize it and get away from it. Or realize it and accept it and know that that's what that is.
After Shane apologized on Twitter, Jake Paul then jumped in with a response, tweeting, "I guess the only thing I'm concerned about is that you still haven't made it clear that you're determining whether or not I'm a sociopath. The way it comes off, at least to me and my family, is that you're already labeling me a sociopath." Jake then added, "I love Shane and I'm trusting him to carry out the rest of the series. I hope he can actually make it clear who I am and why I've done certain things and show the side of me that no one has ever seen. That's why I agreed to do the series. The sociopath stuff doesn't interest me." Shane then thanked Jake, so all seems well, but then Logan had some things he wanted to get off his chest, specifically about the way he and Jake are both being portrayed in the series so far.
The reason I'm so intrigued and feel compelled to say something about this is because at the beginning of the year, I'm gonna open up here for a sec, you guys can imagine tons of people, even people in my circle, close friends, like, yo, you're a sociopath, straight up. And I didn't know what the word meant, because is it a psychopath? Is that what it is? So I looked it up and I had to ask myself, I'm like, oh shit, am I a fucking sociopath? And for sure, some things I fit the description of. That's why I'm saying I prefer, if we're gonna label Jake a sociopath or not, doing it on a spectrum and where he lies on it, because again, it's not just black and white.
To quote the great Aristotle, there's levels to this shit.
Logan also calls Shane out on his overly dramatic reaction to everything.
Not everything is that scary, Shane.
I don't know, bro. He's a genuine, authentic guy, but again, I feel like some of this is slightly theatrical.
Is he that easily jarred in real life? When you shook his hand, was he like...
No.
I think we need to start the Shane Dawson reaction challenge. TBD. But alright, if you can't wait for part 3 and our Cliff Notes version of it, click right up here to subscribe, and best caption for this meme gets pinned. # Shane Dawson reaction challenge. Bye, guys.